Kailan ko dyan, Jerry. Ano ba ang purchasing power ngayon ng Pilipino na manood ng sine? Ina-analyze namin, ano ba nangyayari? Bakit hindi ganun karami? Inubos ng Hello Love Again.
Hollywood Temple Films.
Oo, tapos sunod-sunod pa, Wicked, ano yung Moana, meron pa yung Mufasa. Mufasa. Naubos ang pera mo, limited, kaya medyo marami ang 10. Sana maibalik sa 8 o kahit ang 6.
Kasi nga direct, watching movies has become a luxury.
It is.
Hindi katulad nung araw na ano talaga, libangan ng panonood ng sine.
Noon lang napatunayan na ng research ng Lasal. Wala nang DNE audience na nanonood. Kasi naman kung 600 pesos ang minimum wage mo, gagasta ka ba ng 400 para manood ng sine? Mabuti kung yun lang ang gagastahin mo, kakain pa kayo, magta-transport pa kayo.
At hindi naman ikaw lang ang manonood.
Exactly. Saka isa pang nawala, which to say, admitted na wala ang return business. Yung, di ba gusto mo pelikula nun, 3 beses mong papanoorin? Ngayon, hindi. Papanoorin mo minsan, iintayin mo sa Netflix. Di ba? Iintayin mo. So, yan yung stuff.
Can you share some findings sa thesis na ginawa natin?
Well, okay, number 1, ang ng survey is, ang pinapanood pa rin hindi content kundi artista. Artista pa rin ang principal na batayan. Ikalawa, nawala na ang DNE audiences. Tapos, ikatlo, may mga preferences sila na papanoorin. Unfortunately, romance is no longer something that you watch in the cinema. In other words, ang mga priority nila yung mga ano. Tapos, ang mga masaklap, 76% of the audience prefer foreign films. That's really sad. Now, you ask yourself, what happened? Why 76%? Remember, ang audience mo ngayon is ABC, not even A, B, and C. Okay? Ang taas ng standard nila. Another thing nag-affecto, alam mo, anak MJ, kung ano naka-affecto, yung pandemya. Nasanay na manood ka na lang sa bahay. At saka, kakapanood mo ng mga Korean drama, tumakas ang antas mo ng production. Okay? Kaya kung putsi-putsi yung production mo, hindi ba? Hindi ka papanoorin. Sulit ba ito ng 400 ko? Hindi ba? So tumaas ang antas. It's both bad and good. It's bad because nag-limit ang nanonood, but it's good because tumaas ang standard ng manonood. Okay? At alam mo, isa pang masaklap na sabi nila, ulit ng ulit na lang ang mga kwento. Gusto nila ng mga bagong kwento. Ayaw nila ng yun ang dinalaman. Sabi nila, bakit naman yung Hello Love Again? Wow, that was the perfect storm. Hello Love Again was a perfect storm. Imagine the Prince of Kingdom A with the Princess of Kingdom B appearing in the movie, which is a franchise, a sequel to a successful franchise, talking about OFWs. Ay po dyan, huli mo. At saka ang maganda na patunayan yan, nag-number 8 sa Amerika. Marinel, ganun pala karami ang Pilipino sa Amerika. Hindi ba kaya mag-number 8 sa box office? Untapped ang Filipino diaspora as an audience. So pwede ka magpalabas ng Filipino film na siyempre ngayon mga Pilipino pa nanonood, pero kung maganda, mahahawa ang international audience ang ginawa mo. Who would have expected Grandma? Hindi mo kung episode dyan na maalaala mo kaya, di ba? Pero ang ganda dahil it is authentically Thai, but it resonates with our Asian sentiment. So, challenge siya. Yeah.
Pero siguro aside din sa streaming platforms, yung paglaki na rin po ng Smart TV, ganda na rin po ng features ng Smart TV.
Yung teknolohiya. Nakakatakot ang technology, hindi ba? It overruns us eh. We cannot keep up, okay, with the demands of technology. That's true. That's very true. Ako, bago mo mapanood ng sine, better be worth watching. Okay, go ahead.
May isang question din po tayo para sa industrial. May pagbabago po ba or additional po sa activities ng FDCP now for the tribute of to movies Gloria Arameo?
Well, yeah, actually, we paid tribute to her last year sa Parangal ng Sine. We paid tribute to her together with others, no. siguro sa darating na April, may parangal ng sining na naman, we will give tribute to her again. Okay? Si Gloria Romero. Which is, I can't, but April, meron kami uling parangal ng sining of which we are paying tribute to 4 Filipino icons. I can't name them right now para may surprise. But definitely, Gloria, Tita Gloria is, very much a part of my life as well with my years in Palibasang Lalaki. Yeah.
Thank you po.
Welcome.
Yung last question ko na lang, direct. Nakakatuwa siyempre, tumaas na ang budget ng FDCP. Pero in general, malaking slash sa budget for arts and culture.
Totoo. Lalo na sa CCP.
So how true?
So ang tanong niya, how true, alam ko na, how true na wala ng Sinimalaya this year. Di ba yun ang gusto mo itanong?
Paki-answer once and for all.
Meron pa this year. Mag-uusap pa ang Board of Trustees ng Sinimalaya with Mr. Cojuangco and Doris Guillen. Meron pa assured yung this year.
So pwedeng wala na next year.
Assured this year.
Kaya ba hindi nag-announce ng call for entries?
Assured not this year.
Pero pwede bang ma-save? Direct?
Yeah.
So, direct, paano po kaya masisave? Halimbawa, may private
Yeah.
companies or, agencies or major sponsors.
Yeah.
Pwede po kausapin.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the alternative being given by Mr. Cojuangco and Ms. Guillen. Okay, that they're looking for private. They will be looking for private in the event na hindi na talaga masuportahan ng CCP. Okay? Sabi nila, alam ko na next question niya, kaya ba ng FDCP? Hindi namin kaya yung kalaki. Dahil medyo may kalaki. We can just give support dun sa mga napiling films sa that we cannot have. At saka, we cannot support a specific festival because we have to be fair to all the other festivals which ask for support.
Ano po ang personal yung damdamin doon, direct? Bilang naging matagal po kayo kasapi ng sinima.
Nasa shoutout ko yun sa Facebook. Saddened, heartbroken.
This is the end of something great.
This is the end of something great, a condition is saved. Mel, Chris Martinez, Lau Fajardo, Dan Villegas, Antoinette Hadaon, Sigrid Bernardo. These are all children of Sinimalaya. How can we put an end to something as important as this? How can we not say that it is part of Philippine culture? And how can you possibly imagine Philippine culture without cinema?
So dahil kung meron po kayong personal na panawagan or call or suggestion or whatever, ano po ito?
Punta ka, Mel, baka ko masabi. No, we need Sinimalaya. We need Sinimalaya. It has been around for 20 years, and it would not have lasted 20 years if it were not important to the development not only of Philippine cinema, but the evolution of Philippine culture. I think we should look at cinema as an artifact of every phase of Philippine history. And we should just give due respect to that. I've worked with Sinimalaya for so many years. It's very close to my heart. And it will completely devastate me if it should come down here. Ano na mangyayari sa future filmmakers natin?
Thank you, Direk.
Okay. Yan ako. Yes, Ivo.
Sir, balikan ko lang po yung mga banggit na projects. We are like projecting the Philippines as a premier filmmaking destination for international productions. You've mentioned 20% cash rebate. Is this new or is it adjusted? And how it is important that we do this? Because, it will steer economy, create job opportunities. Sigurado ko yung sinabi niya, sir, na pwedeng kumuha ng pool from skilled filmmakers that have this project na students and professionals.
Yeah. Let me answer you in 3 points. It has been around. Now, we're trying to be competitive, but I'll be honest with you, wala tayong laban sa ibang bansa na mas mayaman sa atin. They give better incentives because they are richer. Okay? But number 2, alam mo ang advantage natin, ang gagaling ng mga technicians natin, we have the best, one of the best skilled technicians and film technicians in the country. Not only film artists, but film technicians. And number 3, we're an English-speaking country. any country can come over and there will be no communication problem. So, I think the government is slowly realizing the importance of filmmaking. Pag may isang production na pumunta dito, how many ancillary businesses make money out of that? And I'm not only talking about the production houses and the likes, transportation, catering, when you go to a town, the accommodations and all that, ang daming apektado. Now, if we are able to encourage them and make us into a film hub, okay lang yan. Ang daming makikinabang. Remember when a TV network closed down? It was not only the network that was affected. The ancillary businesses around were also affected. So if you make a specific media industry flourish, ang daming affected businesses then. And it can certainly bolster the economy. And I think that's very, very vital. Now, anong ating problema? Share, ang yayaman ang ating mga kapitbahay. At talagang brasuhan. And I'm not kidding. Pagdating mo sa film market, brasuhan. Okay? I'll give an example ginamit lang isang example. May isang production dito, French production, andito. Yung producer meron ng co-producer, may Pilipino ng co-producer, okay? Nagpiprint na po dyan, nasulot pa, kasi mas maganda yung offer ng kabilang bahay, ng kapitbahay natin. So kailangan lakasan natin ang loob natin, at pagandahin natin ang what we have to offer. Kasi pag pera usapan, pera usapan, at least malinaw pera yun. Pero yung kailangan, gandahan pa natin. Kaya nga, we are trying to facilitate yung one-stop shop na isa lang ang permit na ang dali magkapag-shooting. Di ba? Nung nag-meeting kami, I gave an example. Kunwari, dati pag nagsushooting ako, pag nagsushooting ka sa Tomas Morato area, di ba? Tumawid ka ng Tomas Morato, ibang barangay na yun, ibang bayaran na yun. Di ba? Remember MJ, Sacred Heart, at saka Laging Handa. Tumawid ka lang ng Laging Handa. Okay, square man, ba namin nang mambabayaran. So, we settled everything. Gusto namin isang bayaran naman na wala kang komplikasyon. Walang komplikasyon. Saka, isa pa yung seguridad daw. How secure is the Philippines? Siguro, di naman tayo wala nang nakikignapan dito. So, we have to assure that. Yeah.
Sir, yung nabanggit niyo po na is ganun ba kasama sa offer natin or pwedeng ma-assure when it comes to international production, isa na lang yung permit because Philippines...
We are working on that. We're desperately working on that. We're trying to come up with MOAs with the various agencies so that preparation pa lamang customs, pagpasok ng equipment, security, pagpunta sa mga location, accommodations, alam na lahat, at saka we're vetting kung sino yung mga production houses na mapapagkatiwalaan, di ba? Nire-recommenda na namin sa National Registry.
Sir, dagdag na lang po.
Yes.
You mentioned you received the biggest budget for FDCP and 25 million pesos yung binibigay nyo na for international co-production. Pero sa co-prod, kung gagamit ng location dito, may cap ba tayo? Kasi you have cycle 1, cycle 2.
Meron cap. Magkano ang cap natin dun sa ano? It all depends. Okay, it all depends on the budget of it.
Per number of rods, may ganun ba?
Yeah.
So far, sir, may January 27 ang start dito. May mga nagsabi na...
Meron na. Meron na mga masisigasit tayo mga producer na nagko-cooperate. Nandiyan na sila Bianca Balbuena, sila Allenberg, ang mga suki na ng FDCP kahit panong kapanahon na ni Chairman Dino. So marami na. But we are encouraging the newer ones to come in.
Sir, what are we looking for? Bukod dun sa tatanggapin nila yung offer natin, may specific ba tayong hinahanap na international?
No, when we screen, okay, we screen which ones we will approve. Alam mo naman, papuntahin mo rito tapos pakita mo na, di ba, nagpapatayan, nakikidnapan, at ang Pilipinas ay unsafe place. Remember yung pelikula na nagkaroon ng plane crash kunyari, tapos mga Pilipino ay mga pinag-portray na kung ba't naman bibigyan ng pera ng gobyerno we screen that, we vet that, okay? And then we also see the potential of the filmmaker, okay? And the track record of the filmmaker. Yung producer, kilala na namin yung mga yan eh, okay? But we also see the viability of the filmmaker.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
Quick question lang po sa restoration, kasi sabi niyo makakasave talaga ng malaki. In terms of restoration time, mas mabilis din po ba with a machine?
I know. Because number one is you don't have any more difficulty of transport. Okay, and it's just here na. Okay, siguro ang magiging critical lang din yung training ng mga tao. na maghahandle ng mga pelikula. But then it will really save a lot. And hopefully by the end of my term as FDCP chairman, I think one of my greatest ambitions is to have restored as many films as possible.
So, hindi ka nangangarap na mga perpetuity for life?
Cherry uli. Ang tanong mo kung may pangarap ako na to be the chairman in perpetuity. Number one, meron bang ganon? Coterminous ako sa aking presidente. Hanggang 2020. Actually, hanggang July lang ako. Dahil tinatapos ko lang ang third year. So, hindi ko alam kung i-renew ako.
Every 3 years?
Every 3 years. Every 3 years. So, check year, so occupied 1.5 years. So, I have 1.5 years. So, by July, end of term ko. Now, kung i-renew ako, hanggang 2028 ako. Saka Jerry, isa lang ang sasabihin ko, gusto ko nang gumawa ko rin ng pelikula. At habang nandito ako, hirap na hirap ako makagawa ng pelikula. So, yun. At kailangan ko ng love life.
Yun ang mas...
Ano pa na? May katanungan? Anong Jones? Wala kang tanong?
Mamaya ako may tayo.
Okay. Ang laki ng utang na loob ko kay Alan Jones. Sinagot niya yung question ko. Okay. Are there any more questions? Okay? Sana lagi naman suportahan niyo yung FDCP. And then, again, maraming salamat. FDCP, remember, this is all about Philippine movies. This is not about me. This is about FDCP, and it's about Philippine movies. I am very honored to be given the privilege to be used by this agency, but it's, on the long run, it's not about me. Let's bring back life and sustainability to Philippine movies. And that's what FDCP is here for. Maraming salamat and congratulations.